Alright. Another live stream. I'm gonna be doing some laminates and single injection so far. Got antifreeze in the microwave, 2 cups ready here to do that laminate right there. Got some junk on the tail of that one. Gonna be doing that one there. Bunch of different molds we're gonna be doing it in, so got a bunch of molds ready and some that are not ready. Alright, so here's our antifreeze color. It's just phthalo blue, some emerald green, and I think there's some purple in it. I can't remember off the top of my head, and black flake. So as you see, it kind of changes color there. But we need to do that in leeches and what else? Stickworms. And then our other 2 colors we gotta do in a bunch of different molds. So hopefully we can knock out a bunch of molds at one time with that. Make it go quicker, but so come on. I need the vacuum. There it goes. I needed the suction. Recent work on the big old prey bait. I think I'm gonna call it red belly slider. Big old bait right there. The other 2 colors we're warming up now both have remelt pucks right here and here. So we're just gonna add them in with the color once it's ready, which is in 3 minutes. The molds we need to do that in, or not that one can get out of the way. This one can get in the way, so we got leeches, we gotta do it in 4-inch curly tail worms, stick worms, micro hogs, tadpoles. There's more. I think. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that is it. Because I already did 2 in it. I did the Ned crawl and the BA kicker in it, which I can get that. I can actually get that now. So here's the Ned crawl on it, and I've already proved the BA kicker catches bass with it. Caught a nice 14-inch with it. Where's the BA kicker? Oh, really? Right there. Come on, focus. Right there's the BA kicker. Come on, shut off. Hey. There we go. Alright, so shut that off. That's good there. 10 more seconds till those are done in the microwave. Then I gotta mix the color with those, which I might want to get the pigments now. Uh-oh, where'd my black flake go? Oh. So something tells me it might not be root beer, it might be Scumpernong, but well, right there's the two colors. So emerald green root beer is from Fat Guys Fishing. Emerald green and the glitter is from Loreworks. So these are not 100% ready, but we can put the old remelt puck in with it. These are just half cups. That way it kind of heats up evenly with the old one in it. All we're going to do to put the old one in is scissors. And we're just going to chop it into little pieces, which I can zoom this back out now. There we go. It'll help it heat up faster, aka melt faster. Alright, there we go. Lost a little piece right there. So that one's ready. Let me get this out here. Antifreeze. Put it in the microwave just to keep it warm. And then grab the emerald side of this, emerald green side of it, and then same thing. If it lets me cut it. There we go. Alright. So now those two are cut up. They'll go back in there for a minute 30. Yes, I am making fish baits. I'm cutting it so it heats up faster because the heat will go through it better. Same with like, now this is a fine size, your injector plug, but if it's cold out and your injector plug's that big, I'd cut it up if I were you. It would, unless it's still like warm in the middle, then it will heat up faster. But if your injector plug is like that big, you can just chop it up and it will let it heat up faster and melt because there's more surface area touching the heat. So when I cut it up, it'll have that effect on it. Move that out of the way. Minute 30. So this is my antifreeze color. I call it changeable antifreeze because if I take this knife right here and go like that, you can see kind of a green sheen to it and purple in some areas. So that is going in some, hold on, let me remember what I'm putting it in. Leeches, Ned leeches from Epic Bait Molds, 3 1/4 inch. Floppy little leech. And some stickworms, 5-inch stickworms. I've been calling them logger worms because you can't legally sell them under the name of stickworms or Cinco. You can sell it under like stick bait and stuff, but that's too generic. So just gotta close these molds up. Angling AI, core shot stickworm, just without the rods in it, so it makes solid baits. And then Epic Bait Molds, Ned leech. And I use C-clamps for it. And cardboard, that way I don't scratch the shininess of it. Because I like my shiny molds. So, oh, that one, wrong. Now those other ones should be ready once I inject this one. And this one's cooling down, which is fine. Because if you do this anytime... Okay, yeah, thanks. I got a runny nose, okay? Thanks for putting sniff, Dad. But if you do this anytime, you'll learn stickworms, like cooler plastic. It'll keep them from denting. Using a 6-ounce bass tackle injector. I'm going to do the leeches first, because the leeches will like it a bit warmer because they're a thinner bait. They still kind of like theirs pretty cool, because they will dent. I've had that happen before, right? Well, I'll show it to you then here in a second. And steady, even pressure, kind of slow when it comes to the stick baits. Oh, sorry, that is out of, there we go. Top them off just to be sure. So the leeches like to dent. This one didn't dent, but it likes to dent right there. Oh, maybe it did a little bit, but right there. Oh my, about threw that in some hot plastic. So we're gonna move those to the side, keep this moving here. Get these two out, which should be pretty warm. Oh yeah, you can see the color kind of sprayed through. Here's our stirring knives, little cheap 10-pack on Amazon or something like that. So even if it's not melted the whole way, mixing it will help, because it'll just sink it in the center, in the hottest spot, and allow it to melt faster without burning one area. So we'll stick those back in. Alright, got 10 people in here again. I like having 10 people. Always good to have 10 people. Oh, people must have just disconnected. But since there's more people in here now, recent work with the big prey bait, red belly slider is what I'm calling it, like the red belly box turtles, the slider box turtles or whatever they're called. It's just like a pearlish red on the bottom with a green pumpkin top. So that color I sell by itself, well, will be selling by itself, called spiced green pumpkin. Has some string flake in it, even black string flake. And then the bottom, I don't know what I'm gonna sell that under, but the bottom is its own color too. I can show that. Right here. Well, I'll get the watermelon one too. So right there's the red one. There's the spiced green pumpkin and spiced watermelon seed. Got some string flake in it too. And then this one that I showed in the leeches earlier is toxic. It's just chartreuse with some grape flake in it, big grape flake, and then purple with some square chartreuse in it, which kind of looks orange at some angles. There's not a lot in it, so like right there you can see some of that chartreuse flake. But let's get these out and continue with these ones. And if you're wondering how to get that swirl like the toxic baits have, it's called milking the cow with your dual injector, which I'll show you after I'm done stirring these in. There's like a cross member that holds the two handles, holds those two like ball things on the end together. That way it gets an even laminate. But you can take that off, and then all you're gonna do is pulse it. Don't hold pressure on one, because that's what I did my first few times, and you'll get actually somehow an even laminate is what I got. You want to like even kind of pull up on it sometimes is what I do, and it will even that out a lot and give you, not even that out, swirl it more like this. As you can see, there's pulses in there, and then in the same mold you can get ones like this that have more green in them. So it's always like a random effect. Or if you want more of like a camo kind of thing, you can get the Angling AI C block, which fits most of the average size injectors. And it kind of does something like that for you. Okay, that came out a little quick. Okay. That was just 15. Uh-oh. I wasn't supposed to do 15. Still looks good. So that's going to be 15, even though it wasn't supposed to be 15. Oops. Because it was only a half cup with a little quarter cup added to it. So for a whole cup, that would be 30. Oops. Still looks good. Actually looks like proper color. Now, our emerald green here. We're gonna have to add some flake too. So that was 5 per quarter, so 10 more. And now that I just remembered how to do math, I'm actually supposed to add 20 to the brown side. It was 10 per quarter. This was 5. I remember. Believe it or not, my memory still works. So, oops. So now we're just gonna clean that knife off a little bit. Take our root beer back and add 5 more. Oh dear goodness. Okay, that's 5 is what we're gonna go with. One thing about if you ever buy baits from a home bait maker is they're never gonna be identically the same, because big companies use stuff in measuring cups and stuff. Bait makers try to do drops, and drops don't always work 100%, as you literally just saw right there. So now it's 15 thou black hexagon flake from Lure Works right there. And we're just gonna add a, what are the chances we get this right? A 1/16 of a teaspoon. That's a 32nd. There we go. Alright, 1/16 of a teaspoon. Does everybody like the camera being vertical? Because I can do horizontal, but it suggests the camera being vertical. YouTube suggests the camera being vertical, because it shows up in shorts feeds and stuff like that. Anybody have a preference on the camera? I kind of like doing it vertical myself because I feel like I can do it easier. I don't know why, but... Alright, so those are going to go in for a minute, and then we're going to demold our antifreeze here in just a second. Alright, let's demold these. It's good. Okay, thank you. And if you couldn't hear me, thanks for the feedback. I was blowing my nose, that way nobody has an idea of commenting sniff again. And you know who you are. I also know who you are. Totally not like you're in the living room right now. Alright, let's get these leeches out. Oh yeah. Some antifreeze leeches, so kind of like a deep purple. Right there, you can kind of see the purple. To a blue, and then if I pull this out, maybe, hold on. It's all stuck in there. If I pull this out, and then, well, I don't have any. Hold on. Get the light in here. Hold on, light's not plugged in. Some difficulties going on right now. Fixing difficulties. Alright, so if I put some light behind this, you can see that blue and the green back there. Actually looks really cool with the light. Okay, let's get rid of that light before I blind myself. Oh dear, lost the phone charger. Alright, so I only need 3 leeches because I'm going to keep one for myself, take a picture with the other 3. So use the 3 for a picture, then I save one, melt the other 2 back down. That way when I launch, if I don't have enough plastic at the moment, I will have enough to make baits out of them, and I will have the picture for website. So alright, now on to the worms. Oh yeah. Same thing with the worms. I can get the light back again. Oh yeah, those really look purple in that angle. That's cool. So I saved 3 of the worms too, and throw 2 back because it's a 5 cavity mold. If you're just making solid worms and don't want to do any core shots, I would advise the Bass Tackle 4-inch or 5-inch 4 cavity. because they are probably 30 bucks cheaper or so, and you could get 2 of them and just make 8 packs or whatever, how many ever you want to make at a time. But I wanted to get core shots, so can't really see it that well with that light back there. Maybe if I bring the LED out. You can kind of see it right there where the LED light is. But let me turn that back now. So I'm making bass baits, crappie baits, a bunch of different fishing baits right now. These are 5-inch stick worms in a color I call antifreeze. They are like a changeable kind of color. Let me grab a LED light real quick. So right there, it kind of has like a purple, deep blue, black color to it. But then if I take this light and put it down here, you can see like a green, blue kind of color come out of it. I've never seen anything on the market like that. So, and I caught a fish with I caught a trout with an antifreeze tadpole, 1.3-inch tadpole, which that fishing footage will be released sometime. I've noticed that if you don't stir your plastic very rapidly and just put it in the microwave, heat it up to like 360, 370, a little hotter than usual, or 380. I would put mine at 380 because I know dead-on plastics can handle that. And just let it sit in the microwave. And if you'll notice, if you do that, the bubbles will all kind of congregate in the center of it. And then you can just let them there for a little bit. And then don't stir fast. Or just keep heating it up, or just keeping it heated up for a little bit. Like, keep it warm for a little bit, and they will eventually just kind of all separate out small enough. If they even stay in there, they'll either cook out or they'll stay in so small that you won't even notice. And then it basically won't matter at that point that you have bubbles in it. And if it's cold, don't stir it, because with me having a vacuum chamber, I don't pay attention that much. But I have noticed that if I stir it when it's extremely cold, I fold in so much, like I literally just fold it. It looks like a sugar art, if you ever seen that. But it looks like that. Like, see how it was all at the top? I would have just left that and put it back in for a little bit more. Or you could even just let it harden up the whole way. Cook it again, and it should, from my guess, I've never done this, but my guess is it would literally just, like right there it is. But if I would let that cool, I'm pretty sure if I would cook that, it would, like, let it cool, turn into a remelt puck, so into something like this, where it's solid, not liquid anymore, and then reheat it. My guess is when it would heat up, that plastic would fold away and let all that air out, is my guess. Okay, so Guggen baits, Angling AI has a bunch of, they call them stingers, or knuckles, I think. Those molds look a lot like Guggen baits, like the bandit toe bug, and they have another one. I can't think of it off my head, but they have a bunch of like that. And Fat Guys Fishing has a bunch of creature baits that are really cool. I have crawls. I don't have any creatures. So next mold purchase will either be a tube mold or creatures, because I need some creatures. But Fat Guys Fishing and Angling AI, I would say, for your creatures. And then if you want like animal, like, I don't know, I'm not 100% familiarized with Epic Bait Molds creatures, which are these guys back here. They do collaborations with Marlon Bates, another famous YouTuber, and they have a bunch of good molds. Okay, so all the spots I get my molds from, they are all my favorites. I've checked out different ones, and I own one from every single one that I like, I think. Let me think. Yes. So I have, let me turn this up here, where you guys can see it. We got Angling AI right there. Fat Guy's Fishing, which is where I get my crappie baits. Angling AI is where I have my worm. And then Epic Bait Molds is where I get my swim baits from. And one of my crawls. My other crawl is also from Angling AI. You can do, if you're looking for like frogs, you can do, I think it's Enforcer Bait Molds, I think is what the company is. I've looked at them before. They have a bunch of different frogs. Oh, there's another one out there. Ultra Bait Molds, which they specialize in making a shooting star, which is two like big Presto pots that cook plastic, and then they funnel them through hot steel tubing, into a into your injector, and then you can have just single or dual injection or single injection, and it's for like big batches, like gallons at a time. But they have some bait molds there. Barlow's Tackle has, I think they might be their own or their do-it molds. I'm not entirely sure. But that's for all the high quality CNC machine molds. You can get casting molds, but you don't get a real clean finish. Some people don't like the clean finish. They like the kind of like not glossy colors. There we go. Had to get that injector plug out. But if you want, what is my favorite color combo? Thank you. You have a good one too. Oh, I've been asked this before. I don't know, to be honest. There's a bunch of different color combos. If I could only have one, you know what? I think I figured it out. If I could only have one color combo, like a laminate, it would be that color combo right there, and a crawl and a bunch of other things. I think that'd be really good. I think that'd be the only color combo I would own if I could only have one. But luckily, I don't have to only own one, so yeah. Because if I only had to own one, the fishing market would be very, very tiny, and I probably wouldn't be doing this because I'd have no attention to fishing. Because, like, if you could only have one color and it's just not working that day, oh, it's got to be a long day on the lake or pond or stream or wherever in the world you're at. Because you're just going to be casting for hours and maybe get a nibble and then just go home and somebody asks you what you catch and you just don't even want to answer them at that point. Do I need? No, I don't. Okay. I'm just trying to think of what molds I need still. So I talk to myself a lot. Makin, he was on one of my lives one time. Not on it, but in it. And he asked me what color combo, or what morph pigment. Dead-on morph pigments. They're the ones that change color when you hold them up to light and stuff. And, So, I think if I could only have one, I think I would have, hold on. Alright. I had to turn off the, vacuum chamber. If I could only have one, I think it would be Dead-on Kiwis. Because you can use that to get, like, the tree frog color and stuff like that. Because it's a brown to green. So you can do a lot of frogs and still have crawls and a bunch of other possibilities with that mold. So I just think it's a very, not mold, very versatile color. Which I will show that here in a second. Here's the bottle. And then the bait is in my tackle box. Never mind, it's not in my tackle box. It's above my tackle box. It is right here. So as you can see, that brown to like a green. These are a bunch of different baits. These are my test bags. So it literally has just all the baits in that color. That way I can go out and test them. So I enjoy fishing a lot, so I test a lot. In case you haven't figured it out, I mean, I kind of make my own baits. I think you got to kind of like fishing a lot to be able to do that, but Alright. So this is a 3.4 inch ecto crawl. 3.4 inch ecto crawl. It's closed, but it is. I need one to grab. It is this fella right here. That's Angling AI right there. We will also have this thing from Vest NJ, I think. I don't know, some Amazon company. Honestly, I don't really know. But it looks good, and I might have modified it a little bit. But so we will close all these molds up and get them ready. I'm not sure how many I'll be able to do at once, but if I get like 3 or 4, I'll be happy. Then we got some Fat Guys fishing molds, which is the 1.3 inch 40 cavity tadpole. Voila. Alright. What bait is good for catching bass? That is a terrible question to ask me because I caught a 14-inch chubby bass on a white with some little itty bitty amount of hologram flake with a 1.3 inch tadpole. So I would say any bait. I think it's just where you're at and what they feed on. Because, like, I honestly don't know what those bass feed on where I was. But it's more of just to figure out what you think they're going to put in their mouth that day kind of deal. Because, I mean, every spot's different. I mean, you could go to a lake in Minnesota, then go complete opposite ways. Complete opposite to, like, Maine or something, and their feeding schedule could be 100% different, including what they're feeding on. So, or who knows, maybe it's a color thing. Nobody's really, I mean, they say they have it figured out with it, but they really don't. But one thing that I like, so it was, what bait? I like prey baits. The 3-inch prey baits, personally, is what I like to throw. It just feels nice on the end of your rod. I don't know. It just, you can feel the little kick of the tail and everything. I will answer the where do you get your molds in 1 second. I just gotta try and get this set up real quick. So those colors are ready. I kind of judge it by feel instead of taking the temperature. You want them around the same temperature, but they're pretty close. But yeah, you can use baits for just about anything. So this is a Bass Tackle 6-ounce dual injector, just standard dual injector. Dual injector, always want it lubricated with worm oil. Let's get a full injector worth here. Alright, so I get my molds from, everybody's probably tired of this because I've said it like 10 times this video, but Epic Bait Molds, Angling AI, and Fat Guys Fishing. So Epic Bait Molds has just about everything. They have a worm that I own, a crawl I own, a leech I own, and a swimbait I own. So I think my most is from Fat Guys Fishing, actually. Oh, and Bass Tackle. Sorry, I forgot about Bass Tackle. Hopefully Bass Tackle's not watching this, because I don't gotta offend the mold maker. But, so Bass Tackle's where I have my salmon eggs from. They also have some good stick worms. Core Shot stick worm 5-inch is from Angling AI. Same with the Ecto Crawl, which is what I did right before the molds that are kind of off camera, kind of on camera. Come on, get in the mold, would you? Oh yeah, this is getting cold. It's hard to inject it. Alright, I'm gonna go with that was the last mold. I don't want to squeeze too much and lose too much plastic. Alright. What is my cheapest bait? Yeah, thanks. I think tadpoles or my ice baits. I'll show those here in just a second. I was on the subject of molds, and then I get another question. So let me finish the molds real quick. Epic bait mold, or not epic bait molds. So this is how you do laminates. Oh no. Yeah, this is not how you do laminates, because there is actually a top and bottom, and I just completely forgot and did a mold that has a top and bottom. But, so this one doesn't have a top and bottom. These two that are off camera don't have a top and bottom, but this Ectocrawl does. So, but all it does is, it is actually a expensive piece of equipment, but just to warn you before you go looking at bass tackle and losing your marbles. But, well, actually, they might have a 3-ounce version in this. I'm not entirely sure. But, so it takes color A, color B, and it just straight down in. So it turns 2 injector ports into 1. This color looks a little different now. Uh-oh. Hopefully it still turns out good. And then you can't reuse your sprues and runners, and sometimes that will get all color changed there. But you can always just remelt them, and you'll get some random color out of them. Single colors is just, oh man, single injectors. And then there is a triple injector which does triple color laminates. But so here comes the micro hog, and the cheapest baits I own are the cheapest baits that I make are crappie baits. So why'd this act funny? Oh no, it worked. Okay. So as you look at these ones. These ones are better on this side. I don't know what happened over there. But if I just flip them over, you see the brown, you see the green. I think I lost one. Oh wait, no. I thought one fell out. Yeah, one fell out. Where is it? Get back here. Oh, there it is. It's in the other half of the mold. But it does laminate the whole way down through the little, like, fin kind of thing on it. Little paddle. Right there, you can see it's still laminated. Good mold. Then, one thing about the tadpole is if you do it right and let it cool long enough, you can literally just, well, didn't do it right that time, but usually you can literally just pull the whole runner out, and then all 40 of them are disconnected. Might want to start reheating that color here soon after the demold. Ouch, demold of this. I mean, oh yeah, okay. Wait a minute, what? I don't. Oh, the one side didn't. Okay. Yeah, I'm figuring it out. There you go. You can see them all. Okay, so we'll just take this one, roll it up. Oh, come on. Work, would you? Laminate down through that tail. So with these ones, I won't be only saving a select few. I'll be saving all of them because they're laminates and I can't remelt. I can't, like, cut them in. I mean, okay, hold on. I could cut them in half if I really, really wanted to and try to do that, but waste of time for me. So, let me empty this dual injector. That way I can get that heated back up. That way we can finish off our injections. We just need another, like, 6 ounces worth, so half of each injector. Of course you gotta go. I know exactly who you are. So if you like music, go subscribe to Red Rhythm Rebel, right? Yeah, yep, A friend of mine. Oh my goodness. Of course it just went everywhere. He needs to reach 50 subscribers for him to do lives, and he's good at playing guitar, so electric guitar. Probably has a bunch of them from as far as I know. But, back on the molds here. Let me get that in there. Just, hey, get off my finger. Just gonna fold all that down in there. There we go. And fold that in there. Put that in there. So 1 minute and 30 seconds is usually what I start with when it comes. Oh, sorry. When it comes to reheating molds. Then we're just gonna open up this ecto crawl. Oh my goodness, we did it right. Praise the Lord. Oh yeah. So there's the belly, which is green, which is what it's supposed to be. Now we fold that, hold on, stuck together. Fold this over. We got brown top. Oh my goodness, that's just money. Laminate down through there. Oh yeah. All right. So that's a 3.4 inch. I have to say that multiple times because I feel like I'm saying it wrong. 3.4 inch ecto crawl right there. Angling AI molds. Talking too fast to the point where I'm all caught up with myself. Yeah, excellent mold there. I'm leaving those all on the runners because once we do the last injections, we're probably gonna be done, unless we do something absolutely insane with the prey bait, the big old 7.5 incher prey bait, which we might have to. Should we do something? Okay, everybody in chat right now, should we do something? It's just yes or no. Thank you. For the compliment on the content, should we do something absolutely like just, I don't know, like a laminate or something with the big swim bait, the 7.5 inch. I'll show it in just a second. Give me 1 second. Let me get this stuff taken care of here. 1 more minute. So, oh, I laid baits on it. Jeez, oh Pete's. I don't know who Pete is, but G's O Pete. No, nobody knows. Okay, everybody's just saying yes. Okay. So far we're gonna be doing it, unless I get like 25 people that somehow randomly join and then just say no. But it is this fella. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That mode is amazing. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something. Oh, what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? I could do my rainbow trout, a jumbo. Do I even have enough stuff? I don't know if I have enough rainbow trout colors. Right there's, I need enough of the belly color. Where is the belly? What? I have a, oh, there it is. Oh yeah, we have enough. Yeah, we can do it. We can do a ginormous rainbow trout. So, hold on, let me show that off. I do the rainbow trout a little spicy. I don't just do a generical. We are not generic around here. And mix that up. So now I just stirred a bunch of bubbles in this one. Yeah, so we're gonna have to degas that one. The other one's good. It can just sit here and smoke. But my rainbow trout color is this little thing. Rainbow trout line, which is Watermelon Jolly Rancher from Fat Guys Fishing. My minnow belly color. And then chameleon dye on the top from Lureworks. And then when light goes behind it, hold on, there is an LED on this. Right there is what the top does. The top turns purple. It doesn't even need that much light, but so the top will turn purple. So we will be doing that in that one. If I had to, I'd do sexy shad at the same time, but I don't have to, so we're not doing that. Don't anybody get their hopes up. I don't have 2 modes. Nobody jump up and down thinking I'm doing 2, okay? Everybody chill out. Let's get this degas. There we go. Oh, why did I pull all those Ned crawls out of my tackle box? They're literally right in front of my darn face. Oops. Okay, well, so we got a Ned leech here to demold yet. As long as I get 3, I'll be happy. I didn't top it off, but it's also looking just fine. It doesn't look like it's going to have any issues. Let's open it. Oh, yeah. Oh, this might be the best one. Oh, my goodness. So you got the brown on top, and then you flip this over, and you just flip it over. It's got this little green from the brown, so it plays on it. Almost looks like kiwis. It's just more, I don't know what. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy right there. Alright, so that mold is done. I'm basically just making all these that way I can take pictures of them and have them to go fishing. So, I'm getting all caught up. I have all my colors laid out of what colors I'm going to be making and have them as like the standard colors for selling. I just got to make them all in the baits because some of them I've only made in like one bait or so. Okay, set that up there. Bring this one over, which is little curly tail. Bring this one over, which is the stickworm. And then we bring, well, this is a blending block. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, we're going to need this. Without that, this ain't going to end very well, so. How long am I going to be live? Well, until I finish that probate. So, to be honest, I have no idea. I've done some lives that are like an hour and 32 hours or so. Usually, I'm on for at least an hour, although we're almost to the hour threshold, so. And usually, the more people that are in it, the longer I try to keep it going, because it helps the channel a lot when there's a lot of people in these. So, I will run this thing as long as I possibly can. And to show off that curly tail worm, we're gonna choose. Spiced green pumpkin. Show this off. Right here, little 4-inch. Then if you look down here, there's a little bump there and a little bump there. Just to add a little bit more weight to it. I feel like that would just kind of stretch out the action, make it longer, if you will. Like a more of a, like that instead of a wee. Because the little BA kickers, they go woo in a circle like that, and I was cranking it with the reel, not realizing how fast I was going. I thought it wasn't working, and then I realized I was going so fast, it literally didn't look like it was moving. So I slowed it down, and then you can see it. Like those, I can't think. Oh, those little things you put on your porch that spin in the wind. It looks like one of those in the water. It's amazing. I can't reach. Okay, now that's degassed. Dad, what should I do with the... Oh, wait, never mind. I already decided what I'm doing in the prey bait. Forget it. Just forget it. Yep. Forget it. Windmill? Oh, yeah, kind of. Really? You're gonna spray me with air, you walk in the garage, I'm on a live, and you spray me with air from a compressor. I so badly want to reverse this now and just aim it right at you. What? No, I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to you. Weston, what? What happened to it? Well, I don't know. What? What? What did I do? Almost done in the microwave. Almost. So close. Not really. Are you playing with baits again? I said, are you? Why is that hanging out of your mouth? Stop eating my worms. These baits are not edible. Apparently I need to tell my own dad that. Why'd you just throw a ball at me? What the heck? Okay. Final dual injection. What'd you just grab? What are you doing? Oh dear goodness. Okay. There's the stickworms. They were extremely hot this time. Then there are the curly tail worms. And then pull the blending block off. Push the extra out of the mold. Or not out of the mold, cheese out of the injector. Okay, there we go. thinking I gotta get all the rainbow trout stuff ready. Which is this little color right here. That little remount puck. It is Watermelon Jolly Rancher. I see it. Hold on, I'm gonna grab it. From Fat Guys Fishing. What are you doing? Please don't mess with the camera. I'm glad this is not facing the other direction. It's this one. From Fat Guys Fishing. Why are you messing with knives? Stop. They already saw that color multiple times. You're worse than a child, Dad. It's almost like I have a toddler in here. I think I preferred you putting sniff in the chat. Ouch! Oh boy. Why are you so close to behind me? I already answered that.
Okay.
Dad, you're way behind. And here's the blending block once again. He couldn't make any more noise. The triple blending block is cool because when it has the third injector in there, it kind of like zigzags down the spread out the timing to make it even. You're scaring me back there. You wonder why I have trust issues? Because I feel like somebody's gonna try to eat a big swim bait or something. Yeah, I watch World Wars Fishing. Chris Jones. He's the first one I saw do soft plastics. Baker Bilge is the first one I saw do airbrushing, which is the first thing I actually did. Still do. Dad, could you go grab my Palomino glide bait without scratching it? Like, carry it like a baby.
Yes, man. Right away.
Oh, whatever. Hey, you're in here doing nothing, just picking on me, so.
I'll be back.
Like this. Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be quiet in here for a little bit now. Except for now I'm gonna be probably louder, but. Alright, that needs a little bit longer. So we can demold these. We'll start with the the stick bait. Stick worm, stick bait, 5-inch, whatever you want to call it. Oh my goodness, get off of me. Thank you. Had a little string thing stuck on me. I usually don't pull the runner out of that one because it doesn't give it nice clean edges on the worms. Yeah, I don't like anybody the best, but Nate Marlin is really cool. The first one I saw of him was his test tank, because I want to have a test tank eventually. But here's our worms. Sorry, they were 100% off camera. Brown side, grab it, flip it. Blue side. Looks really nice. And from the sounds of it, here comes my glide bait I did yesterday. Yesterday I finished it. What? Thank you. Yeah, I got it. Don't worry, I'm not gonna drop it. 7-inch glide bait from Barlow's Tackle, Palomino paint scheme, bunch of hand dots on it. Voila. I'm not gonna drop it. Where's his eyes? Okay, I don't have eyes, that's why it's not clear coated. Okay. There you go. Somebody could have commented that, including yourself. Just saying. Oh my goodness. I need to put a lock on that door. What the heck? Okay. Now, here come the 4-inch curly tails. I have 2 other glide baits I did. I'm hoping to get some bigger stuff in. I filmed the one glide bait. I just haven't clear coated it yet. I filmed it a while ago. I just don't have the eyeballs for it. So there is the brown side of the curly tails and the blue side, but it's all green down in there because it's so thin of a tail. But still look good. That ain't ready yet. Needs probably another 30. I probably said that last time, but this time it needs another 30, so I need somewhere to go with all my baits. I won't have to degas that for a reason that I will show you. I'm just trying to clear up a spot that I can work with yet without taking too much time here. I've noticed that's when a bunch of people leave, is when I'm trying to put baits on boards and stuff to lay them out. So I've just saved that for after live streams now. So we're going to open up this mold, clear out an area for the lay nice and flat because it is my big baby right about now. Oh dear. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit. Not scroll down, aim down. Alright, so as you can see, okay, maybe another 30. Chill out. Nobody say anything about my timing skills. But as you can see, there is a line down there that is the deepest line of that mold, like the widest mark of that mold. Nice line, nice lateral line. So this is when I take, hold on, I'm finding it. This is when I take a culinary art spoon or whatever, and sometimes I heat it up. I think I'm going to heat it up again today because it's a bigger mold. But I just dip it in the plastic and then down through. But as you can see, it looks like it's been heat treated because it's called a torch, butane torch. Just nice steady flame. Yeah, you can see it. And then just hit the back of it just to heat it up. Get that inside all heated. Oh, off the measuring cups. I should do that. I should do a YouTube short of just a bunch of different measuring cups, and they're just getting the plastic peeled off the inside. Just like all different colors that I've done. Ouch, okay. He's hot. Hot this time. But since there's such a little amount of this, usually when I do a soldering iron, I do the same thing. I never degas it. I literally just yoink. Okay, wipe it off. Come down here to the lateral line and just... Oh, that is so smooth. Why? I don't like my stuff that even. I like messy lines. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll do that YouTube short. I'll do that YouTube short. I'll see if I can pull your comment, too, on it, and put your comment in the top for the first, like, 3 or 5 seconds of it. I'll see if I can screenshot it or something and overlap it, if I can. I'm not entirely sure on how to do that. Okay, so now, should still be warm enough for me to do this. Do the next one, come down here to the lateral line, and just kind of wiggle it back and forth. I try to keep it thin back by the tail because I don't want it clogging it up. Then just with all the little extra in there, you can remelt that. You just let it sit and cool down. Well, it will be top heavy, which for some reason I wasn't paying attention and didn't realize that when I first did it. And then all I do is take this little fella right here, this little hook slot. I think the rounded spot goes to the back. That's how it was when I bought it. So wipe all the extra off. And if you ever get any like up near the edge of your mold, literally just push pressure on it and it will cut the plastic, not cut your finger, which I almost did because I put huge amounts of pressure on my finger, which is stupid. Don't ever do that, but it would put enough pressure on that edge because it's not a razor sharp edge, but just a pointed edge that it will slice that for you. So now we got that pretty pink line. Just gonna turn it like that. Pull that mold away. Open that up. Grab our green measuring cup right here. Grab that plastic. And I know you like this part, so let's just pull this up. Oh yeah. Pull that plastic right out of there. Get off my finger. And then put that somewhere safe. Remount puck number 1. And then remount puck number 2. Then 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's see if I can keep you guys occupied for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You want some jokes? I can do some jokes. So why can the turkey not be in a PG rated movie? All the foul language. What else we got? I got some other ones. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, I got dad jokes. That's what I'm doing. So oh, here's a fishing related one. What'd the magician say to the fisherman? Pick a cod, any cod. I don't want to offend anybody, but the other half of that joke is it's not funny if you're from Boston. So if you're from Boston, yeah, don't mind that. And if you don't understand it, it's because of the Boston accent that it sounds like cod when they say card. So, yeah. Just amazing. My dad's got a few, so if he still has this pulled up on his phone, he might comment some. Trying to think of other. Oh! Yeah. Oh, come on. What do you call a snowman in... Oh, I've seen this one before. How do you know a dad joke is a dad joke? I forget that. But also... Oh, yeah, that's right. It's a parent. So... The snowman in, what do you call a old snowman in fall? Glass of water. And then that's about all the time for comedy I got today. Oh yeah, one thing I should mention about this mold is it has the back and belly engravings on both sides, the Marlin Baits logo, the engraving of what it is, and then the Epic Bait Molds logo. Always excellent molds, and it was a lot shinier until I put all my grubby paw fingerprints on it. Okay, I hope I can do this fairly quickly because my legs are dying from standing. Although I still gotta degas it, so let me get this out of my way before I knock that over. Oh my goodness, it ain't ready. Let's go for a minute. What kind of baits you guys want to see? Like, you want me to show off some baits? Because I got a bunch. So you just say a kind of bait, and I will show off a bunch of different colors and baits. Another question while you guys are thinking of baits for me to show off. Should I do another live stream next week? I think I can do one Monday next week. My biggest bait. Unfortunately, I only have one in the garage with me right now, but it would be the prey bait, the big 7.5-inch prey bait, and it's this one, red belly slider. That's the biggest one I have right now. The other ones are in the kitchen. But I did a live stream on that one yesterday. Yesterday? No, 2 days ago. Saturday. Should I do another live stream on tell me what to make? Oh no, I might not have enough plastic though. That's the only problem. I may be able to do one like name the mold and name the color. Yeah, okay. So you guys can tell me what to make, and I'll just grab a bunch of remount pucks and mix them together and see if I can get somewhat of that color out of it. And then I could always just add glitter to it if I wanted to. But any other baits that I should show off? I know I showed off a bunch Saturday. So if you guys watched the live stream Saturday, I showed off a buttload of baits. Uh-oh, I don't know if I can say butt. Alright, so I'll be doing that live stream. One thing I always like to show off is this little leech right here, the toxic. It somehow got a dot back there. And if you look, that dot does not connect to any other green. Well, you can see kind of like hairlines going through with green. But when I pulled it out of the mold, I was just amazed that the green dot was there. Like, how on earth did that get there? But here's that sexy shad I was talking about right there. That's with a soldering iron down that thin line. Because it's a smaller bait. Unlike the rainbow trout pattern, that is not with a soldering iron. That's with the culinary spoons. I could probably do sexy shad in the big swim bait without the soldering iron, because it's way bigger. But we almost got our colors ready. The minnow belly one is pretty much ready. It just needs degassed right here. I call it minnow belly because I think it looks like a belly of a minnow. Pirate's cup is hot. Pirate's cup is hot. Okay, that's all you're going to see of that one up close. What's my favorite bait? So my favorite mold to see colors in is the Ned Crawl. As of right now, my favorite bait to fish with is the 3-inch prey bait. As of right now. My favorite bait for catching fish right now is also probably the prey bait. For trout fishing, it's the tadpole. From the molds I've owned, in the order I've owned them, it would be the salmon eggs, because it's literally the first mold I bought. I advise not buying a salmon egg off the bat unless it's the only kind of fishing you do. It's kind of a different mold to learn. So, because you gotta kind of get that one dialed in. Like, if I don't do it for a while, it takes me a little bit to get dialed back in. I need my chair back. It's not even a chair, it's just a car creeper for getting underneath cars. But it folds up into a chair, and when my legs are killing me, it's better to sit on. So, yep. I'm going to stand back up in about 5 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, now I should be able to put these in the degas. Oh, yeah. So it is just black flake, 40 thou and 15 thou hexagon, and some 40 thou grape flake to match the purple transfer. And then the minnow belly is some string cut, both sides of string black from Lureworks. 1/8 inch, well, 0.125 and 0.62 by 15. Both of them are by 15 thou. And some royal blue flake, 40 thou. Hey, you better collapse in there. There it goes. One thing that's great for all sizes of baits is back there. Hold on, let me loosen my tripod. I can move you. So that drawer system, it's a 60 drawer system, but you can fit just about anything in there. Crappie baits. I even have worms, stick worms. They fit perfectly in there. Everything I own can fit in there. And then, like, when it comes to ice baits, I can fit multiple in there. Multiple different colors and stuff. So these are Fat Guys Fishing nymphs. They have a lot of ice bait options. And then dusters is what that one's called. I call the duster bingos. And then the other ones, stingers. Just because they have all the little legs coming off. And then one at the back that looks like a stinger. And then I also built this drawer system. It goes way up. I can keep turning it. Yeah. Decent sized drawer system. Or not drawer system, shelf. Just to put a bunch of stuff on. Always helps to have a nice spot to keep stuff organized. Although I reorganized today, so it's still not organized yet. Not back to where it should be. But thanks for the compliment on the setup. Okay, we're almost done here on the degas. Once we're done on the degas, we can finish this up here. Thank you guys for sticking around this whole time. Yeah, so I have seen the new AI crappie tube mold. I would love to have both of those molds, but right now I cannot buy both of those molds. I don't even know if I can buy one right now. because I need to get new plastic. But, like, that mold is awesome. I've always had hold on. Let me get my tackle box. Let me spill my tackle box too. My one tackle box. But I've always had crappie baits. Like when I was really young, like 5 or 4, I always did crappie bait fishing. So some of these are mine, like the salmon eggs and ice baits and stuff. But if I go down here somewhere, there's some crappie tubes, which I can make that exact color out of them. In here's some, oh yep, there it is. Right there's another crappie tube I always had. Some just like gray with hologram, there's some tubes in that color. And then I have a jumbo bag of, it's just like a tan like skirt on the bottom with just a loaded hologram body. Oh, not that bag. Right here. Here it is. I've always had a bunch of these. Like, I've had hundreds of these. I don't know why I have so many of them. So these are a 1.5 inch crappie tube. Silver glitter pearl. 50 count. Who knows why I have so many of those. 300 for, wait, each mold's 300 or 300 total for both? If it's 300 total for both, upcoming purchase, because if I get that website launched by summer and it goes nuts, we will have crappie tubes launched within a month after that. If it goes nuts. So that's relying on you guys. If that mold goes nuts, or if that website goes nuts and I make some money, we will be buying crappie tubes, because you always got to expand on the business. And hopefully I can live off of it one day. That'd be amazing. But, oh, total for both? Oh, that's awesome. That's like 2 5-gallon buckets of plastic for me. To get it from there to the doorstep from Dead On Plastic is $150 for 5-gallon bucket. And they just released not too long ago, a red label bucket that is like extremely heat temp. Like, I think Chris Jones took it to 460, 480, and it didn't burn or discolor. Like, they built a tank. It's not really meant for like fine arts of it, but if you're getting into it, you buy a 1 gallon of that and you don't really have to worry about heat. You can practice your heat, but if you accidentally overheat it, because I burnt 2 cups, 3 cups, 4, somewhere around there is how many I've ever burnt. But yeah, so you can play around with that a lot, and you don't really have to. You can play around more with the color and learn the color more than anything else. So let's inject this, right? So we got a chameleon dye top color right there, and then we got our belly color of minnow belly, hence the name belly color. Although I do have it by itself too, which I'll show you after I inject this. So let's go. Oh yeah, $70 shipping. Oh, I love the shipping. Not. Alright, so let's pull this up here. Oh no, there's something in my blending block. Get out of there. Thank you. Could have been catastrophic. Alright, here we go. Oh, that was a good injection. I hope so. But, yeah, I need to get another bucket. So this is swimbait jerkbait blend, and it holds up pretty good in this bait, I'd say. Like, I'm not ripping it out of the mold and worrying about it tearing. I'm pretty confident in that. I use it for literally everything. I could probably get away with crawl tube and use it for literally everything, but let me grab my minnow belly prey baits. Why am I still holding pressure on this? I can just pull that. Oh dear. Top that off, top that off, top that off, top that off. Hold on. We're topping this off. Alright. Had to make sure I got that topped off there. Alright, let me top that off one more time. I've only said it about 100 times, but let me top that off. Don't want any air pocket in the nose. You do gotta watch topping it off with this one. The sprue is just not big enough for this mold. Or I'm injecting too hot, I don't know. But, yeah. Although they're newer molds, they did design them with bigger sprues. Not for this, but for the new, like, sleigh bait and chatterbait. Here is minnow belly by itself, which is an official color in there, so you can kind of see it there. I think when I launch the website, we'll be going live right before launching it. Might have Hayden over again to help with some injection, because we're taking all our dual injection remount, which is all the stuff that looks like this, where I can't separate it and have one color and one color, where it's blended together. And I have like 2 or 3, I think I have 3 at this point, of these ginormous remelt pucks. I'm trying to get all the colors to be kind of the same, a little bit different. And we're just going to fill as many baits as we can, make as many baits as we can with it. Keep remelting it, keep it going. It'll probably be like a 2-hour, 3-hour live stream, to be honest. Because we're just going to try and do all that live. And if you get bored, go ahead and leave, because we'll be going for so long. We'll probably have so many people watching it at different moments that it'll be alright. So here's our blending block there. Oh dear goodness, that's sinking quickly. I caught it just in time. But as you can see, there's the blending block. I'm going to save that, and you'll see why, because I make YouTube shorts with this. I use this and the sprue, open up the mold, line that up with the sprue, set these 2 cups up against the microwave, and set this on top of them, and it kind of simulates the flow of it. I haven't posted any yet, but I got like 3 waiting. When is the live stream? Good question. I'm hoping that live stream is going to be like May 26, May 27, somewhere around there is where I'm hoping to get that in. Hoping to get the website by then, get it ready. But I will keep everybody updated on that one, because I'm not entirely sure yet. I still have photos to take. I have hundreds more photos to take. I already have like 300. But yeah, I got a lot more. So this is ready. This is ready. Oh yeah, this is ready. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Hold on, there's something stuck on me. I don't want to make it dirty. Are you guys ready? I'll be there. Okay, thank you. Here we go. Oh, yeah. That is a rainbow trout if I've ever seen one. You know, you could pull up to a lake and just say, I caught the biggest fish here. Put it on your hook and just say that you caught it. And like, oh, you can see where I topped it off. It pulled a little bit of that plastic down in there. But I will show you guys how I set up that YouTube short in case you guys ever want to do YouTube shorts or something. I mean, that's how I got started, was my first YouTube short. But just pull all this stuff to the side, get it all cleaned up. I lay the mold kind of right there. Lay this there. And then lay this like that kind of. I lay it out further, but the camera and stuff's in my way. And then I just start with the camera up here and pull it down like this. Pause over the bait, pull the bait out. And then I just take the bait up to the camera, like so, just boop, up against the camera. And, okay, let's just look at the other side. I'm going to leave the hook slot in, that way I can put it back in easier. Back in the mold. Oh my goodness, get out. Get gone. Scram. Skedaddle. There we go. Alright, so there's the other side of the bait. As you can see there, we'll pop that tail out, because I always kind of like looking at the tail and see how the plastic flowed through the tail. Flewed through the tail. Yeah, it fluted through the tail. Word of the day, fluted. Don't ask me what it means or how to spell it. There we go. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you found this stuff helpful, inspirational, or just absolutely entertaining. But I'll catch you guys in the next one.